Hello, Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity and creator of Modern Health Myths, as well as the author of Migraines and Epilepsy, You Are Not Alone. So, given that I've written a book on migraines, it's something that I understand extremely well. All aspects. Being a practicing chiropractor, we can deal with the structural headaches, and with my background in physiology and helping the blood vessels, I can help with the other aspects of migraine. So I always keep my eye open for any studies that support a natural way to actually fixing the headache and healing the brain, which is unusual. Typically with migraines, we just keep loading people up with medication, and when the headaches go away, we high-five each other and pat each other in the back and we call it a day. But that's just the beginning. We really need to fix the problem because there's nothing normal about headaches. If you're having a headache, there's a problem. And we need to fix that. If not, there's going to be downstream consequences, which is why migraine sufferers are at increased risk of things like heart attack and stroke, because we haven't fixed the problem. It's beyond the scope of this video to go into everything in detail, but stress plays a huge role in migraines, and that should not come as any big surprise to you. But what the problem usually is that people don't know what kind of tools to use to manage stress. There are lots of things available. Exercise can be one of them, even though I generally don't think of exercise as helping the mind as much as it does the body. However, things like meditation, yoga with deep breathing, prayer, biofeedback, for everybody those tools can be different, but it's important to use those tools. And in this particular study, they looked at using mindfulness and in a form of meditation combined with yoga in migraine sufferers. Researchers looked at 89 people, principally women. Migraines have a tendency to affect women more than men for a variety of reasons, but I believe 92% of the patients in here were female, but they followed them for 8 weeks. They had them do 2 hours a week of these mindfulness exercises. They were given some instructions on how to do that, but 2 hours a week is, you're looking at maybe 15 minutes a day, or let me see, do the math on that, that's 90 minutes. So 15 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, half hour, 3-4 days a week. Not a big commitment, but it is asking for those people to make a change. One of the things they didn't find was that there wasn't a reduction in headache days. That probably doesn't surprise me enough. Stress can certainly make everything worse, but it's not the only trigger, but it becomes a part of the player. So one of the things they did find in the study was that they had less, patients complained less of disability, higher quality of life, lower depression scores, and lower pain catastrophizing. I never get that word right, but basically their lives were better. The number of headache days weren't reduced, but the impact of the headaches on their life was definitely changed. And that becomes an important player in starting to manage and get a control of this. It has to do, the concept is called an external locus of control versus internal locus of control. An external locus of control is when you're out of control, and it's not up to you to fix something, it's up to that medication or that procedure or this, whatever, is going to fix it. An internal locus of control, which is what we should have, is that these are all tools that I'm going to use to make my brain better and healthier. And mindfulness, meditation, yoga brings those tools in very powerfully to help control our lifestyle, or control our life, and make it feel like it's less out of control. When we have those controls, these conditions have less of an impact on us. We've seen that with migraines, we've seen that with seizures. You fill in the blank, and the better in control you feel of your health, the less problematic any condition is going to have. Now, this isn't the only tool. Things like exercise, if we're dealing with structural headaches, those ones that come around here or start from here, the ones that respond to Botox, they need to have whatever whatever would choose to be done. Obviously, as a chiropractor does soft tissue work, we're going to work on all the muscles all through the back of the neck, up through here, combined with adjusting. If we're looking at the blood vessel, we need to look at lifestyle changes that are going to improve those. Again, beyond the scope of this video, but keep in mind that there are answers. If you make the right choices, we can look at ending migraines, which is not usually a discussion that we have. Or doctors have with their patients. It's about controlling migraines, and that's the wrong discussion. We need to talk about how to improve brain health and get rid of them forever. As always, I will post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs this information, and subscribe to the channel.